hear me, people. Hear up all Jamaicans, you know, women abroad, those in the diaspora, you know. Hear up all the Maroons, Chief Curry, you know. All Jamaicans, you know the history. Know history and where we are come from. All them things there, you see me? Cause enough things are going right now, me I tell them, I don't like how Andrew Holness, if you just retire, bad man. Because right now, when I say retire, bad man, as them say government badness, it come like you bully the people, bro. It come like you bully the people. After you get elected by both PNP and JLP supporters and voters, you turn in now, gone in a power and turn against the people. I bully the people. I know the audacity about everything when we see I go on. You say you can't sleep at your bed at night time. Because the amount of crime we are going in Jamaica down. You come out and obviously acknowledge, say you can't fight crime and crime has you frustrated. You can't fight crime, you know, but you want to fight the Maroons. Me find that a way, my lord. So, you know, you as the Prime Minister can't fight crime. Can't keep the promise where you make when you are going to office, say people can leave with all them door open at night time. But you know want to fight with ancient ancestors and warriors and blood brothers and sisters and turn your army and your police force to go up there and kill off the people them. You want to fight them, but you can't fight crime and you cannot fight poverty. And you cannot fight illiteracy, but you can fight the Jamaican people them. We are jerk them little chicken, and you can fight the Maroons. You can fight the dancehall artists them like Joshy, and you can fight the soundman them, but you can't fight crime, you can't fight poverty, and you can't fight hunger, can't fight illiteracy. You just study your government and see hypocrisy, you know. You know love the Jamaican people them. And if them not see it, I don't know how to explain to them. You're all our Prime Minister. Because if you're a Jamaican and you love Jamaica, we have to acknowledge you are the leader of Jamaica, the Prime Minister. But you're not a good Prime Minister right now. You have overstayed your welcome. You have overstayed your welcome and you're being rude on top of that. You need to just leave, resign, and go live somewhere offshore, you and your wife, Juliet. Because none of you have contributed nothing. Nothing of what you and your wife has contributed to the Jamaican people that they can look on and say, look at the legacy and the history. You have built no community centers. You have embarked on not making no more schools, no more universities. You do not want to make no more hospitals. Look at the state of Cornwall Regional. People are going there and get turned back. They're turning back people who are sick and injured. And they're a hospital. You're not a good leader. And the way you want to run the country, you cannot run a country like that. You have to be always in the favor of the people. If not all the people, majority of the people. But your situation is you're more coming off like a dictator and a narcissist, you know? Someone who does not see the plight of the poor people nor they hear their cry, you know? Even though they are living in deplorable conditions, you know? We can't understand if we are quick to blame musicians and scammers for all the crime, yet we fail to blame politicians, you know? Who divided and ruled the country from the inception of politics, you know? From the first day of voting, we voted for the two cousins, Bustamante and Manley, and from then, the country has been split, PNP and Labour, right? You know, for some water, I need, you know, church feel away. So from them time, we split up Jamaica and everything, you see me? And the people, them live away. You can't come and want to blame certain people for the thing. You don't want to blame this, you don't want to blame that, but you don't want to be held accountable for what politicians have contributed to the crime rate in Jamaica and the deplorable conditions in which the people are living in. Politicians are mostly to be blamed for everything that happened in Jamaica because you are the ones responsible. Ministry of Labour, you are supposed to find work and jobs for the people of your country. What have you done significantly? You have ministers of this and minister of that, and you see nothing happening, nothing improving for the common Jamaican. The law-abiding Jamaicans are being terrorized in the country by the government and the gunmen. Can you imagine you're a law-abiding citizen in a country and you are being terrorized by your own government, neglected by your own government, and terrorized by the gunmen? And you have no faith in the police because they are working for either the corrupted politicians or the corrupted dons and gunmen, taking pawns and bloody money to cover up this and turn a blind eye. And yet the politician is there, the prime minister is there crying about crime when he knows he has friends in parliament who have gunmen, shooters and shutters at their disposal in their phones. They have known numbers of gunmen, criminals, murderers in their cellular phone as members of parliament. And you act like you don't know nothing about that, Andrew Holness. All of you guys are in corruption. The whole land are one bag of corruption. One bag of corruption. And that youth, Andre Stevens, even though he move a little fishy way, speak a little fishy way, I mean I say fishy way, he speak intelligent. He just have a little, in demeanor come off like, you know me I say, but that's beyond the point. What he's saying is that you are a leader who are corrupted and you're a manipulator. You do not love the people, bro. You use and refuse. And when we elected you, the people of Jamaica elected you, they elected you for a change, saying you're young and you're not corrupted like the older politicians back in the past who used to fight against Rastafari, who used to pollute the streets with guns, shipments of guns, M16 and all other calibers of weaponry. You came in and embarrassed everyone who put faith in you as a politician. We all know that human beings are human beings and they're capable of anything. But you really disappointed everyone in Jamaica. And the thing I don't like about you is you're a prime minister who likes the internet. There's nothing wrong with being in tune with information, social media, the current affairs. But you seem to relish the idea that you are bro God. You run things. Things not run you. People work for you, you no work for them. Until it's election time, you go around with some envelopes with money in it. You pay the people for their vote. That means what he's trying to tell you, Jamaica, once he pay you for your vote and you get in power, he has no, what should I say? He has no contract with you. He does not have to fulfill whatever you guys need because what he did, he bought your vote and you sold your vote. Just like Esau and Jacob. You sold your birthright. So when he buy no vote and then he gets in power, that's why he acts the way he acts. Because the man, you guys sell your rights to have better roads, cheaper light bill and water rate bill, school fees. School fees should be cheap for a certain age until they reach high school. The government foot half the bill and the parent foot the other half. You have a right to that, but when you sell your vote, he's not obligated to do nothing for you as poor people or voters of the Jamaican island. Now he coming out now and he leaking out and he talking about he not giving no support to no other sovereign under his state or no other state under his state. If this man really love Jamaica, and I should emphasize, Andrew Holness, if you really love Jamaica and you were born in Jamaica, you would know the history of the Maroons in Jamaica. How dare you swear an oath to the Queen and sell out your own people who were enslaved by the Queen? And you have it in your mind in this modern day because of technology and how you have bought more weaponry, more tools and vehicles for your police and your soldiers. You in your dream, in your mind, in this modern day 2022, think that you can wage war on the Maroons and win. You, in your pigeon head, your bird brain, your lunatic thinking, your narcissistic thinking, your dictatorship thinking, thinking you can defeat the Maroons because you have all this weaponry at your disposal. But you are going to be in for a rude fucking awakening. You heard me? If you think you can wage war on the indigenous people of Jamaica because you are the prime minister and you were elected by the people of the Jamaica, of the people elected by the people of Jamaica to be the prime minister, and then you go in and make power get to your head, I make you think you have the biggest balls around here, that you want to wage war on the Maroons when they defeated the British Army. If you are under any contract or any agenda or secret mission for the Queen, I'm telling you, Andrew Holness, you and your wife, Juliet, are going to pay severely and dearly years after, hundreds of years after. Your ancestors and your children's children will be paying for that mistake and atrocity if you make anything happen to the Maroons. The world is watching. Do you think that Jamaicans do not love the Maroons? Don't you think we are proud of our heritage to know that we stood against the British colonization and defeated them? Give them war to them blood-clad skin. Make them have to say, yo, make we just sign peace treaty and make them have them land up so we can't defeat these African slaves, these 12 tribes of Israel, children of Jacob. And you proclaiming to be one of our own, are planning to wage war on the Maroon people, trying to hamper their celebration, which has been going on years. The 6th of January celebration in a compound has been going on years, Mr. Andrew Holness, before you were even born. Or if you were even born, it had been going on from you were a little tot in nappy and Pampers. I don't think Pampers was around them time that you were in nappy, pissing and shit in your bed. How dare you get elected by the people and then want to come and wage war on the Jamaican people, on the Maroons, on dancehall music, the same reggae music you help to advertise your tourist industry. The hypocrisy of you guys who trimmed so much Rastafarians back in the days of Bustamante, yet you use Bob Marley and other Rastafarians' pictures and insignia to advertise your tourism, yet you have no love for Rasta nor respect for Rastafarians. Neither the music, the reggae music, which put Jamaica on top. You have no love for the sound systems. You give them no relief. You give them no help. What about the Ministry of Music, or what they call it, culture? What is going on? Why aren't you guys helping these talented musicians always, as well as players of instrument, to elevate Jamaica to a positive level and heights in music? Our ancestors have laid the foundation and the blueprint. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Jacob Miller, Garnet Silk, etc. Burning Spear. A lot of them have laid the blueprint. But you guys who call yourselves politicians, and you females who call yourselves members of parliament and politicians, have turned a blind eye to corruption and are just in to grab what you can grab while you are in power. Because all of you, while you go in power, even if you went into politics poor, you come out back multi-millionaires. Properties on and off Jamaica, bank account in Jamaica and offshore account in Switzerland and Cayman. While the people who voted for you guys to be in power are living in a deplorable condition, in poverty, suffering, cannot find fees to pay for their injury when they're sick, much as to afford medication, light bill, killing out the people, water rate, school fee. Jamaican people are suffering dramatically from PTSD. They're suffering from depression and anxiety. They're suffering from stress, lack of faith in the leader, lack of faith in the government. The high rate of crime has no limit to who it attacks and bites. Old, young, babies, foreigners, Jamaican citizens, police, soldiers, nurses, doctors, teachers, anyone can get it in Jamaica. You come out to talk like you want to wage war on the Maroons for sticking to their culture and their ancestry. Because you want to sell out the natural resources in the cockpit country, and the Maroons are standing in your way. Chief Richard Curry is standing in your way. The people of Jamaica and the Maroons are standing in your way. You want to come and use your bully. Bully, you want bully the people them. Same with your bully Andre Stevens and write him off saying I'm a madman after you used him to get elected. Use him. And then when he was sick and need your help, you turned your back on him, just like you turning your back on the Jamaican people, just like you're turning your back on the Maroons, the indigenous warriors and heroes of Jamaica. The Haitian people defeated Napoleon and the French army to gain their freedom and independence. And the Maroons are just of the same quality of African warriors who fought for their freedom and refused to be subservients and slaves to the British army, colonization, or any other European country who came here to colonize. Because they have been fighting war for years, hundreds of years. You, Andrew Holness, have no respect for Jamaica's history. You have no respect for black people. I guess because your skin is light and you have that white man eye. Even though I know my black people in Africa have all color eye, we are the originators and everything that comes from black, you know. But I notice you tend to seem like you're not a black man. You're enjoying all the perks and all the benefits of being a prime minister. Yet the people who voted you in are living in deplorable conditions, living without lights, living without water, living without proper roads and infrastructure, while you have an audacity of blaming the people for everything that happens in Jamaica, yet you never point a finger to another corrupted politician. You have never pointed a finger to one of your corrupted members of parliament, but you're quick to blame artists, quick to blame Vibes Cartel, quick to blame Jashi, quick to send your police for anybody who comes on the internet and dare to tell you to suck your mother. You're quick to finding them. But you cannot find gunmen who are raging crime and normal, abiding, law-abiding citizens of Jamaica. Even in church, people are being murdered while you turn a blind eye, selling out Jamaica. We do not own nothing in Jamaica, from the airport to the planes, to the wharves, to the roads. You have been selling out Jamaica piece by piece like a stocky, like a fucking crackhead. And then you come and blame the people. JPS, Jamaica Public Service, should be majority owned by the government. You have made JPS majority owned by the Koreans. How could you do that? How could you allow that? That's why they can charge any amount of money they want to charge the people, and the people of Jamaica have to subdue to these ridiculous and exorbitant charges. When Jamaica is a Caribbean country, why aren't you advising or implementing measures for the people to get solar panels, to use solar energy, to decrease the rate of the electricity bill? Why have you given JPS, the Koreans, the monopoly to have a strong hold on the people's neck and their pockets? You dirty Prime Minister. Yet you come out and pointing out on Richard Curry, and you pointing out on the musicians, and you pointing out on everything, but your big finger won't point on you. Your big finger won't point on you. I'm telling you, the disgust, my lord. You disgust everybody who loves Jamaica. Everybody who's abroad is disgusted in you, bro God. Andrew Holness, we disgusted in you. You make us feel so ashamed. You make people who are living in America Canada, England, and other parts of the diaspora all over the world who have left Jamaica for a better life to return to invest in their born land, scared to come back home. You and Holness, you and Dr. Chang, you make people in America and Canada and England and everywhere else, China, Japan, anywhere Jamaican there, all over the Caribbean, afraid to come back to Jamaica, come live. Because you make bad mind and crime take over Jamaica. So all of the people them come to America, come to England, come to Canada and slave in the snow and then come back to retire. Not even 2 years after building their house are coming back to Jamaica. A couple months they are killed in heinous ways. You have let Jamaica gone to the dogs because you had your gunmen in your gang, your strong men in your garrison. You call them Dans. You had them to hold your votes and to make sure everything was held in according. And now the crime rate broke out because you were turning a blind eye to their crimes because they were your guys. You are the head of corruption. You. A lot of the gunmen them working in Jamaica, they have affiliation with members of parliament. All I know have no bad man and no done them and no killer and no shooter them. All of you guys are part of the problem. And Andrew Holness, you come and talk about you want to help the Maroons. That's our ancestors, our black brothers and sisters. You need to help them financially because where is the money going that you got from the IMF? Where is the money going that you got from the World Bank to relieve the stress on the people during the pandemic? What have you done with those billions of dollars? Because you haven't been giving out no stimulus to the people of Jamaica. You're an evil man. You're a greedy man. You're a selfish man. You're an ungodly prime minister. That's why Jamaica has gone to this measure of evil. It has always been evil, bro. But when the evil man comes in and rules the country or the city or the kingdom, it gets worse. It gets demonic. When a righteous man comes in, he tries to alleviate all the dirty, levity, and try to, live up. But when an evil leader come in, only evil will progress. Righteousness and good cannot prosper while an evil leader is in power. And you and your Holness to resign because you're an evil leader. You're narcissistic. And you're a bully, a dictator, a selfish. I don't even want to say that word to disrespect nobody else, But you're a selfish person. And the sooner you leave office or resign, it's better you get a good night's sleep. You will get a good night's sleep. Your little 5 minutes of fame has been done. You have ruined it. You love sell too much and you love bully people too much. People them can't talk nothing out of them mouth. You send police to box them up, them have to hide under them bed. I mean, I say, what them say more while is appropriate, but that's the frustration the people are feeling because of poverty, because of lack of opportunity, because of you selling out the country behind their backs with deals. You're not a good prime minister, and you should just resign. You should just resign, bro. That's all I have to tell you right now. I don't have nothing more to say. I'm just going to continue smoking my little joint. I'm not going to let you frustrate me. If you have sleepless nights like you, after PNP people vote for you and JLP people vote for you and give you a landslide victory, you come in and turn your back on the people and they come and chat up your mouth, boy, like you want to disrespect the Maroons. Boy, you better just calm your little self, bro. The Maroons been around before you even had a dream of being a prime minister. You better recognize that. You understand what I'm saying? Bless up Jamaica, and all Jamaica people stay safe and open your eyes. Sign a petition to get this man to resign. He's too awful, and he has no mercy for the Jamaican people.